the Celtics are probably looking at Kyrie's either last game or second last game with the Celtics.
Money isn't real. Doesn't matter. It only seems like it does.
So guys, this is Alex Himes with the Ruckus. I am in Los Angeles today. My Celtics are playing. I'm thankfully in studio. Those of you who were watching the game the other night and came to the group again got to see me kind of go off on the Celtics losing and the fact that I have a bet going where if the Celtics actually lose the series, I have to wear a Speedo and a Laker jersey because of one of my buddies, but that's neither here nor there. So tonight we are at game 5. The Celtics are down 3-1, all right, in a series that started off looking pretty good for the Celtics. Game 1, they played great defense on Giannis. They were able to kind of contain his accessory and complementary shooters and basically make Middleton work for his money more so. But 3 games later, and here we are. The Celtics are probably looking at Kyrie's either last game or second last game with the Celtics. All right, so this is where I'm going to start to go off. Kyrie Irving is a great player, but he does not fit this organization. This entire playoff series has told us and shown us that this team doesn't work with him. And it's nothing against Kyrie. He's the perfect second player to a guy like LeBron James. Go figure, they won a damn championship together. But being a leader of your own team, being with young guys whom earlier this season, you basically slapped him in the face by saying, yo, I called LeBron and apologized because I was a young schmuck, didn't know what I was getting into, and here I am. Well, now you are looking at those young guys going like, yo, can I get some help here, please? Can I get some help? Tatum, he's looked out of sync. They've made him a glorified jump shooter, a guy who's taken turnaround fadeaways trying to look like Kobe circa 2005, but can't do it. Also making guys like Jaylen Brown more hungry to actually shoot their own shot. Terry Rozier shooting his own shot. They're not running offense in sync. This Celtics squad is the most discombobulated yet multi-talented team I've ever seen. For a team that has basically 10 deep players that they can throw in either as a starting lineup player if someone gets injured or as a bench mob player who's basically a 6-man, they cannot get it together. Where the hell is Aaron Baines? He should be playing more on the offensive side. He should be on the floor, period. Since, going small against Giannis didn't work out before, you basically left the driving lanes open for a guy like George Hill to get a highlight dunk, which no one would ever think George Hill would have a highlight dunk one this late in his career, especially against the Celtics of all teams who play great defense and have great guard rotation. But that's neither here nor there. Tonight, I'm giving you my prediction. We're at game 5, and it's on the, not anymore. It's in Milwaukee, which doesn't help the Celtics. But if history shows us what happened in Milwaukee in game 1 and Kyrie actually shows up wanting to play team ball rather than going 7 for 22 when he said he would have a better shooting night than the game prior where I think he was 8 for 24, well, then the Celtics might actually have a shot. But I got to be frank with you guys. I think the Celtics win tonight. I do believe so. But I think the series ends in 6. Unfortunately, I do believe the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm giving up. I'm giving up my prediction, and I'll go into why. I think the Milwaukee Bucks pull this one in 6 on the parquet floor, as sad as it sounds. The Celtics have squandered all season long. There were points where the Celtics should have been better. We all know that they had such hype. The starting lineup that consisted of what we thought would be a healthy Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum sounds like a pretty damn good lineup. A lineup that actually could go farther than what they did last year when they were playing with house money and pushed LeBron to 7 games, of which they were realistically within 12 minutes of winning that game, which they should have. I'm sorry, but the NBA narrative says LeBron has to go to the finals, unlike this year where, they finally did something right by not letting him into the playoffs. But my point being, the Celtics had such hype and they couldn't live up to it. Kyrie Irving is not the right player for this team, and it's being shown. It's being displayed on full blast in front of everyone. At this point for me, I actually want Kyrie to go because what does that mean? We have a guy whose first career start netted him a triple-double, and then his second start was a 31-point game in Terry Rozier. There's a reason why he got the scary Terry connotation. There's a reason why his face was on shirts. There's a reason why Eric Bledsoe mispronounced his name and then officially became Drew Bledsoe, and shout out to Drew, New England. But for me, the Celtics are better off without Kyrie. all the nonsense that he brings, all the stuff that was in the media early this year. Oh, I want to stay a Celtic. That's why I came here. I don't owe anyone shit. Oh, yeah, you know, I got to hang out with KD a little bit. I'm going to hang out with him pretty much the entire time that, you know, I'm at the All-Star game. I'm going to talk to him and get caught on video going like this too, which, bruh, come on. We're not stupid. We're fans, but most of us aren't stupid. It's not hard to figure out what you're referring to is there are 2 open slots on multiple teams, kind of in the Brooklyn, New York area, that are willing to take you guys on so you guys can play together, get out of the situations you guys are currently in, and ball out, make money, do whatever the hell you want. Sure, you know, Kyrie coming to the Celtics originally was basically a great trade. Danny Ainge was able to maneuver trading Isaiah Thomas, whom I love dearly, and I would love to see him in a Celtic uniform again, but he was injured, coming off a real bad injury, and then moving Jay Crowder and all these pieces for a guy who wanted out. The Celtics took advantage of a situation. And to be frank, when you draft Colin Sexton and your pick was at number 6, I'm really okay doing that deal over and over again, even if Kyrie walks away, right? But here we are. The Celtics are in trouble. They are, because this free agency period, we have so many things that are going to occur. Does Kyrie actually want to stay? Does he want, no. Does AD coming to the Celtics actually happen now that Kyrie potentially stays or moves? Kyrie Irving is the biggest domino in free agency coming up. And for me, I think the Celtics are way better off without him, considering what we were able to do last year. And if we keep grooming these young guys, I'd love to keep Al Horford because he does great for pretty much any team. He's been the only consistent guy for the Celtics pretty much all year long for me. And I think that's the next step in the era. So for as much as I'm upset with what's going on with the Celtics, because let's be real, they shouldn't have effing lost game 3, by no means. They shouldn't have lost game 4, by no means. But, you know, the refs decided to play, you know, let's make some money, and that's what they did. It kind of reminded me of the Sacramento Lakers series way back in the day. But here we are. The Celtics are going down tonight. Wait, no, that's not what I said. They're going down in 6. The Celtics are going to win tonight. Sorry. And that's because there's so much incentive for these guys to win. They're backed into a corner. Brad Stevens is not going to let them go out like nobodies. And I genuinely think that that effort is going to be there. Do I think it's a blowout game? Hell no. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll end in a 5-point difference, maybe 99-94. We'll see some of that defensive effort that was occurring in game 1, covering Giannis. I think Marcus Smart being back and actually having a whole game under his belt is going to be a benefit for the Celtics because now he's getting more into the rhythm. He's getting more integrated and back into the swing of things. But that doesn't mean this is going to make a difference. I don't think it does. I think at this point, we'll see actually a lot of Terry Rozier this game because, let's be real, he's playing for his money, and at this point, they're looking to audition him to be the starting point guard and to justify spending at least $15 to $20 million a year just to retain his services, which I am definitely okay with because it means Kyrie will be out and we can officially start the next era of Celtics basketball. When Kyrie came to Boston, I was excited, but it felt like I got my heart yanked out. Isaiah Thomas was the figure in Boston. He was the face, basically, of Celtics basketball after the Big Three era ended because of how driven he was, how in love with the city he was, and it reflected in his play. He was such a happy, smiley, bubbly person. And there's a reason why he talks so great about the city to this day. But for me, I can't see Kyrie staying, nor can I see it reflecting in this playoff run. I mean, look, I'd like to be struck by lightning right now and be shown that the Celtics are going to win tonight and come back from a 3-1 deficit. Sure, I'd love to see it. But do I think it's realistic? I don't. And I think that winning one more game at least justifies some of what's going on with the Celtics. At least they don't go out in a burning ship or get shot down like the dragon did in Game of Thrones. Man, she loses Viseron. She loses Rhaegal, and now she only has Drogon. Well, the Celtics really only have one shot to try and push this, and they got to take it game by game. So, people, thank you again for tuning in. For those in the live group, I'd like to give a shout-out to the Bleed Green Celtics group. I'm currently live on Facebook. I am live also on Instagram, and I'm going to be putting this up on YouTube in a very short bit. But I will be going live again during the game at halftime to give my thoughts. So, guys, stay tuned. Thank you again. Let's go Celtics. If you guys can't see in the frame right there, my old school Rondo jersey's right up there. My old school Pierce jersey's over there. Yeah, I have a Magic Johnson side ball, but that's also my dad's. My mom has a Larry Bird signed ball. So everyone, enjoy tonight's game, and hopefully the Houston Rockets beat the Golden State Warriors. I'm going to leave it on that note. Have a good one, guys.
Money isn't real. Doesn't matter. It only seems like it does.